Happy to be back with you here in week 6 in our slow burn dynasty with the New Mexico Lobos. We are taking on Air Force. Should be a fun game, take down the triple option. But before we dive into that, let's check out the landscape of college football. All right, top 25 here. We got Texas, Penn State, USC. Everything's kind of staying as is. Pitt moves up 1, Tennessee drops, Oregon, Alabama, Oklahoma goes up, Michigan State jumps to 9, Washington jumps to 10. Georgia Tech moves up to 11, Notre Dame up to 12, Florida State goes up, Ole Miss, oh yeah, they lost to Bama, so they dropped down and made room for everybody to jump up. Ohio State's at 15, Clemson also lost, so they dropped down. They lost to FIU, wow, so allowing a lot of teams to jump up. Miami lost to Pitt, there's us, we also lost. Oregon State moves up 1, Arizona State moves up 1. Then Army recovers after their loss last week. Looks like they beat Louisiana. Iowa jumps in after beating us. Michigan moves up, Florida moves up, and FIU jumps in after beating Clemson. And that's it for top 25. Heisman watch, we still got Justin Bryant up there, still putting up solid numbers. 3 TDs and an overtime win against Southern Mississippi. Downing's going up, Clark is up, Richardson, then Tidwell, but no Ray Anderson. Tidwell's jumping up there though, so they must be throwing more. Tidwell went for 5 TDs through the air, but that's your Heisman top 5. Championship contenders, we stay solid at A-. Again, that 2023 grade is the one that keeps jumping out at me. Hopefully we can remedy that a little bit, but we'll take an A- grade here. Again, toughest places to play, there's Tennessee, there's Penn State. We're gonna drop, we only dropped 1. We only dropped 1 after losing to Iowa, so we're at 37 right now. But again, a grade of B is solid for recruiting. All right, recruiting-wise, we got 200 points to play with. Recruiting has been on my mind over the last few days. I haven't recorded for like 10 days. So I recorded the Iowa game, and then I think I didn't have time to record for 10 days. But I've been thinking about recruiting quite a bit, as I often do for this dynasty. But Ryan Henderson, again, looks like a solid center. Got some good grades here. I'm wondering, let's look at our guards. So we got 4 on the board. We're going after 3 of them. Frank Kendrick is a freshman. I don't know how the game decides, if they go left guard or right guard. But if we sign Frank Kendrick, most likely one of those guards, if not both, are going to transfer out, is my guess. They could not. But then if we sign these 2 guys, I'm guessing those guards will transfer out, which makes me wonder if I want to go after Ryan Henderson, if I'm going to sign these 3 guys, right? Maybe Harvey Allen as well. He looks solid. So I'm really just trying to decide, signing 3 guards, we force those other guys out. It's a good trade-off. One of them's got to move to center. But I think for now, at the beginning of recruiting this week, we'll keep Ryan Henderson as is. And we'll still go through the board and make some decisions. But before we do that, we've got some visits to take care of. Eric Lane is ready to come in. Nobody else is going after him, which means I want to get him in early. I'm going to get him in against Air Force, week 6. Let's just lock this guy up. I really want him. Tom Stevens, again, nobody's going after. We're going to get him in early, get a big lead, sign him. Thad McCullough, nobody's going after. We're going to get him in early. Jacob Morrow, I don't know how you say his name. Jacob Morrow. He's coming in. He gets bonuses. Everybody gets bonuses. Harvey Allen. This is a guy I'm not sure if I want to sign, so I'm gonna bring him in later. Utah State with a QB Johnson for bonuses. Then Alan Barber doesn't even have a scholarship on him, but he's ready. I'm gonna scout him 10%. See if this is gonna help me. No, 82 speed. Jumping goes up. All right, visit-wise, he's going to come against Utah State as well. I'm just not sold on him, and I give him some time to see how our board shakes out. So those are all our visits. Now we'll make our way through the board. Again, Ryan Henderson, but we're going to keep him as is. We may come back to him. Mike Woods dropping, looks like 170 to Stanford, but we've got a visit. We've got unlocks available. I'm going to try to time getting locked out right before our visit week, so that when I unlock to get back in, we're doing that week 10 and then getting a visit to jump up his board. I'm not sure how well I can time that out. I've got to play, give him less points maybe week 8 or 9 so that we do get locked out and can jump back in week 10. So we'll see if that strategy pays off down the road, but he's staying with 500 for now. Adam Carpenter looks good. I'm just going to give him 500 because we need a free safety. This is the guy, and we got to increase his lock percentage. Okay, Reggie Johnson is another guy I've been thinking about. Now we're going up 15. But as I looked at his grades, I don't think he is a running back, which we need. He's a wide receiver, and we've got 2 redshirt freshman wide receivers now. I just don't think Reggie Johnson is going to be a priority. 500 points here. If we've got somebody else we can throw those on and lock them up, that's an actual need. I might want to do that. So I got to write this stuff down so I don't forget. So I got to come back, recheck with Ryan Henderson and Reggie Johnson. All right, Clayton Kroll is an offensive line athlete. So not only do we have those 3 guards, we also have Clayton Kroll, and I believe we have another athlete lineman as well. So that's 5. We're going to be forcing those freshman guards. I was so tentative to bring, guards in, and so I went after a center. But I think, with Kroll, the other athlete, lineman, that's 5, and we're ahead on a lot of them. I get we're week 10 visit. We got a 11, 13, and 14 that we got to manage the visits at those weeks. But if we can jump up ahead, Clayton Kroll looks in. We're jumping up 470 still, making a lot of ground. 91% locked. I think if he gets in week 10, we should be good. Although I'm guessing all those other teams are going to unlock to get back in. So this could be a battle now that I think about it. After talking it through, I thought we had 5 for sure offensive linemen we'd sign. Clayton Kroll looks like it might be a battle, assuming that these other schools that have visits unlock and get back above that projected cut line. But we're looking good on Clayton Kroll for now. Frank Kedrick is a freshman guard. He's coming week 10. I think if we've got a good visit, I think we can lock him up. The other teams are so far behind. Again, it depends on if they unlock to get back in. Eric Lane, we continue to go up. He's coming in this week. I wish we could get Justin Wright in as well, but at least they don't have competitive visits here. So maybe Justin Wright comes in next week. It'd be great to get both those guys. Tom Stevens looking good. He's coming in this week. I'm tempted to drop his points down, but he's coming in for a visit, and we got to move his lock percentage up, so I'm going to keep him at 300. Gerald Johnson, I'm actually going to drop 200 off him. I'm going to give that to Tom Stevens, so that Stevens' lock percentage just goes up after his visit. Corey Stevenson's looking good. He's coming in week 10. I maybe should have thought about Corey Stevens a little bit. Nobody else is after him. I should have brought him in this week. Thad McCullough's coming in this week. He's a junior college offensive lineman. Again, no tackle, no hit power, no pursuit, no block shedding, anything like that. So, and then D speed. So he's definitely an old lineman. Moving up well on him. Bruce Hodges, I get strong safeties. I'm not sold on him. We're moving up 135. Penn State's on the board. They're coming. We'll leave him at 100 and we'll recheck with him. So I got to write him down too. So I don't know if you guys are enjoying this in-depth recruiting, but I love trying to figure all this out. What our actual needs is. Does it pay to bring in Bruce Hodges when we've got Matt Anderson, who's 64 overall? Is it a waste of points to go after Bruce here? Discerning all that is really fun for me. So I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Jacob Morrow, he's coming in week 6. We had nobody else going after him, so we're looking really good there. Mark Smith, a kicker, moving up 180, 44% locked. It'd be nice to put more points into him, but just not a priority right now. Alex Webb going up 60. We put 50 on him a few weeks ago, I think. Brian Foster would be good to get. We got 190 on him. Zach Harris, I believe, is the fastest linebacker that we know of on the board. We're going to drop 50 off him and get him a scholarship. And Josh Grant, we continue to make up ground. We don't have any points on him, but we're gaining 210 somehow, and we only have 190 into him. So that's promising. Kyle Walker, we've got the visit. We're gonna miss the cut soon, but we're gonna keep him on the board. Again, sometimes weird things happen and Baylor drops him off their board or whatever, but we'll keep him. Mike Johnson, same thing. We've got a visit. We'll just keep him on the board. Harvey Allen at another guard. He's coming to week 12, no scholarship, but we continue to climb. And Harvey, I think, makes it 6 possible offensive linemen we could bring in. And again, if that forces out 2 of our freshman guards, if that happens, and somebody moves to center, the more I think about it, I'm fine if those redshirt freshman guys transfer, assuming that we sign those JUCO offensive linemen. But we're gonna have to wait and see how this all shakes out, which is why recruiting is so fun. Tyler Gillett making good ground, going up 120. Not ready for a visit yet. Alan Barber, the strong safety, coming on a visit. Christian Van's got a scholarship. We're moving up 275. Martin Johnson's a new running back we added. Matt Preston, Philip Hines. These are just guys we added a few weeks ago, but they continue to move up, which is good. James has a scholarship from Eastern Michigan, but we've got 100 points there. Mark Clay, and then Tim Evans is a sophomore cornerback. So looking solid on all these guys. We've got all our points used up, so hopefully these guys can just stick around. We can stay on their board. We can keep climbing on a lot of them, but so far it looks like a really solid board. And then next week we should be able to pull points off the guys who visited this week and really distribute those points. All right, so I have decided to take off 100 from Ryan Henderson. We're still making ground if we take off 100 there, but I want to put it on the kicker. I think Reggie Johnson, for what he offers, I'm just not willing to take him off the board. If he kicks off one of those redshirt freshmen or they transfer, I think that's a good trade-off. So we're moving up 15. We've got the first visit, but it's going to be a battle. So Reggie Johnson and Mike Woods, we're going to be battling for. I'm not sure if it's smart to battle for both of them with only 3 unlocks, but hopefully we can. Hopefully I can manage. Again, if we get locked out, we unlock during week 10, get that bump, and then get our visit, and we can take a lead. So that's what I'm gonna plan on for now. And with that, our recruiting board is done for the week. Let's move on. All right, Air Force is coached by John Radzinski. They're gonna run the Air Force option. They're gonna run way more than they pass. They're gonna be balanced, aggressive, conservative, and they're not gonna go no huddle. Defensively, they got that 3-4. They're gonna defend the run slightly more. They're gonna be a little bit more aggressive. Skill-wise, John Radzinski is a level 25. Looks like they got some good bonuses here. They got the timeout one. Again, it affects just the end of each half, but they do get the clean laundry one, which is big for limiting their penalties. Defensively, they got Charlton Warren. I think he's got some good bonuses here for his defense, tackling. They got zone coverage, a little bit of block shedding, power moves. Offensively, they got Brian Ferentz. Again, level 20, quite a few bonuses. You got the arm talent, route running, catching, running, and then the blocking as well, which is huge for them. So that makes me a little bit more nervous going against the triple option here. They get +2 to run blocking, +5 for impact blocking. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us. All right, player-wise, we are starting with quarterback Ben Butler, 93 overall. Speed is only 61, acceleration 73, which is surprising being at Air Force where they got to use a running quarterback. He's definitely a passer. Awareness is up there. He's not going to break tackles. He's not elusive. No trucking. Carrying is low, so maybe we can force some fumbles. This is weird to see out of Air Force. Next, we've got center Steven Peterson, 86 overall. Good speed, acceleration. Awareness is way up there. Pass block, run block. Impact blocking's a little bit low, and good strength. Then we've got right guard Adam Hood, 85 overall. Really good speed and acceleration. Awareness is good. Pass block is low, but run blocking is 94. Definitely fits in with Air Force here. Impact blocking is 82, in 84 strength. And then lastly, they got running back Michael Carey, 85 overall, 93 speed, 94 acceleration. Good awareness. He can break some tackles. Carrying is a little bit low. He's not going to truck anybody, but he's pretty elusive. He's got good enough vision. Not really strong. Stiff arms low, but he's got a really good spin and juke. Defensively, they got Preston Parker, 89 overall. Really good speed, agility, acceleration. Coverage is up there. Press, he can catch well. Play rec is up there. He's got good pursuit. Tackling's really good for a corner. It looks like he can defend the run and the pass. Next, we got middle linebacker Jesse Ginn, 82 overall. Again, really good speed and acceleration. Awareness is okay. Tackling, play rec is pretty good. Block shedding is really good. Pursuit might be a little bit low. Zone coverage low. Man coverage is okay. Got some hit power. So not the strongest middle linebacker we've seen, but he's got the speed. He's got the block shedding. Next, we got another middle linebacker, Charles Griffin, 81 overall, 86 speed, 92 excel. So they got two middle linebackers that can fly around. Tackling's okay. Play rack, good. Block shedding is up there again. So they got two middle linebackers who are fast and can shed blocks. We got to be ready for them. His pursuit is a little bit low. Coverage-wise, not the greatest. But again, that speed and that block shedding, that's a difficult combo. And then last, we got cornerback Justin Williams, 81 overall. He's got good speed. Awareness is high. Got really good coverage, press, play rec, pursuit. Tackling is good enough for a corner. So again, another guy that can defend the run and the pass. Let's take a look at what Ben Butler's rushing stats are. He's only got 15 attempts this year, 45 yards, 3 yards per rush, only 15 per game. Last year he only ran for 210 on 83 carries, 2.5. Okay, so our strategy might be to take away the running back on the triple option and make the quarterback carry it. I gotta write that down. I think after looking at this, it really plays into our hands that he's not a runner, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's go through the depth chart. Again, see if we can find any weaknesses. We did identify that Ben Butler doesn't fit their system necessarily. Not a good runner. Terrific passer, though. I think he was in the 90s. Throw power and throw accuracy. I think we can make Butler carry the ball more than the running backs, because if Carey is carrying it, more trouble here. Cole Keen looks solid. Brendan Harris as well. So they got good running backs. So we want to make their quarterback carry it for sure. Fullback looks decent, a freshman, and they're a team that uses them. Wide receivers, this is what you expect, 78, no speed, acceleration, 77, sophomore, 72 kind of just drops off. So I think if we're geared up to stop the run, I think we can adjust to any of their passing. Tight end wise, again, they're going to use them blocking. Let's see what their blocking is. 77, 76, okay, so he's good. Yeah, some good blockers here. So they fit their system. Left tackle goes 83, left guard 81, center we saw 86, hood we saw 85, and right tackle at 78. So nothing terrible, but what you would expect at Air Force. Left end only goes 73, right end 80, D tackle 78, then it really drops off. They're a 3-4 defense, so that doesn't really matter. Bryant can probably carry the load there. Linebacker wise, 77, decent speed. These two guys make me nervous. They look solid. Brooks, again, not that fast, 79 overall. Cornerback, there's Parker, there's Williams. Fox looks solid, so their cornerbacks are solid. I think they're going to match up well with our guys. Free safety at 74, strong safety at 71. So their defensive backfield looks like their weakest spot. I don't know if that's going to change anything for us. I still think we can run it pretty well. Kicker 94, punter 75. Kick return is going to be Harper, good speed. And their long snapper is Steven Peterson. All right, now that scouting's done, let's spin the event wheel and see what's happening with our team this week. All right, first spin, we got precision. So we get +5 to route running and release for one of our receivers. We'll find out what that is now. We're just going to stop on the closest one here. So it looks like wide receiver 3 is the closest wide receiver there. So he'll get that. I think that right now is Cobbs, which would be good for him. All right, next spin. We've got computer running back ability to 75%. That's going to make this much more difficult. Shoot, this is not the team you want that for. But okay, we'll deal with that. And that's what's happening with our team this week. We'll make those adjustments now. All right, we scouted, we spun the event wheel. Next thing is the strategy. I think the one thing I'm most excited about is that the quarterback is not a runner. So we can shift our strategy to make him carry the ball, and I think that's going to help us out a lot. Offensively for us, again, their defensive backfield looks like a weakness. I just don't think their front seven is strong enough to make me go away from the run any more than I need to. So there'll probably be a lot of the same. A lot of runs up the middle. We'll try to stretch it, try to get some sweeps in and some options, but not much is going to change, and then we'll throw in the pass plays as needed. And we'll see how Freddie feels about it. He's called some pretty good games the last few weeks, and we'll keep asking him for his input. But that is going to do it for this episode. Make sure you tune in to the next one where we take on Air Force and face their vaunted triple option. And until then, keep gaming, keep growing, keep celebrating those obscure victories. Game on.